We are back, and we are back with an absolute new series on Almost Naked Conversation. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Szebastian Onne, and I'm the Almost Naked CEO, and I call myself the male Olivia Pope of branding and PR and success. And with me is
Eleni Anastos. I am the CEO and founder of Business Insights Now, and I'm so excited to be here to start this series together with you, Szebastian.
and it's such an honor. And we're calling this series Money Mindset Matters. And it is the brand ambassador series because Eleni Anastos is our brand ambassador for Dreamaniac TV. And we have been talking about money back and forth, all the issues.
Yes.
And you are a money coach, you are a money mindset coach. And we have had so many discussions. And we just thought, you know what? We need to share this knowledge, share this information, and empower people. Hey, Tracy, thank you for tuning in. So before we start, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. So guys, if you're watching anywhere on any page, please come to facebook.com/Dreamaniac TV because that's where we can see your comments. We can put up those comments. If you're watching any other pages right now, this is being broadcasted on more than 30 pages. So if you're commenting on any other pages, we don't see your comments. We can only see your comments if you're on Facebook at Dreamaniac TV. And Eleni, they might also be on your page, Business Insights Now, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So
please, yes, come find us at Dreamaniac TV.
Absolutely. And please let us know where you're tuning in from right now. Any place you're in, just put in comments, where are you tuning in from? And what do you think about money? Is money an interesting question for you? Is money an interesting topic for you? If you're here right now watching live, please hashtag live. Hey, Paula. So yes, Paula, where are you tuning in from? Please let us know. If you're watching right now, please hashtag live in comments. If you're watching a replay, make sure to hashtag replay. And let's begin. So we're calling this Money Mindset Matters, right?
Yes.
Why does it matter so much?
Well, money impacts all of us, every day. And it's not just for people that have their own businesses, because if you are a business owner, you have to know that money touches every aspect of your business. But anyone else, even if you're retired, even if you work in corporate, money impacts you every day. And most people, people have a contentious relationship with money. Go ahead, Szebastian.
It's amazing you say that people have a relationship with money. Really? We have a relationship with money? How's that?
Well, when you think about how you feel towards it or how you react, like, for example, if you have an unexpected bill, do you immediately go into anger or worry or fear? How am I going to deal with this? Or if you are that entrepreneur and you have to share what your investment is with a potential client, do you have any anxiety around it? So it's a very emotional relationship with money. Absolutely.
And that's interesting because, a lot of people don't even realize that there is a relationship. And to be honest, a lot of people are reluctant to actually say they have anything to do with money, even though I believe there's nobody out there who can survive without money in today's world, right?
Absolutely. And again, it impacts all of us every day. And I think part of what holds people back is, we're taught about money when we're so young, right? Usually from watching our parents or other people that were close to us growing up. So if you grew up hearing things like, there's never enough to go around, or, money's the bad guy, or, money is evil, how could you expect to have a close and rewarding, empowered relationship with it?
Right. And I just want to quickly acknowledge a couple of people who just messaged. So David Simon is here. Thank you, David, for tuning in from Detroit. And I saw Angelita as well. Maddie Harris, live from Clearwater Beach. Thank you, guys, all of you for tuning in. And we will try to acknowledge all of you as much as we can. Please keep commenting. Please keep interacting because we want to know your views on money. Talking of which, I I just want to ask, like, this always comes to my mind. It's not all about money, is it?
Well, not the dollar amount, not the actual amount that you have or don't have in the bank, but your connection to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. That, again, that emotional connection,
How
because I
so?
asked, well, say that you want to have a rich and rewarding relationship with a spouse, a significant other, your clients or your kids or your friends. Don't you have to pay attention to them? So how can you
So
expect to
true.
have a rich and rewarding relationship with money if you're too afraid to pay attention to it and you'd rather like, oh, I don't want to deal with it?
That's a great point. And I think, well, I have to say that I do obviously now think that like that, but there was a
Yes.
time if you would have said the same thing, I would not, I would be like, what? What are you talking about? But that makes sense. And it's true. Money is everywhere. I can't think of a thing where somehow or other money is not involved, you know.
Right.
Um, but here's the thing that really I think a lot of people will agree with. Um, it's not a nice thing to love money, is it?
Mhm. I hear that so often, and that leads into that, guilt and shame. I think it all boils down to limiting beliefs around it. And truly, none of us can succeed beyond our current beliefs. So if you've been taught, no, wanting more money makes you greedy or wanting more money makes you a bad person, then you're probably actually blocking money from coming to you. You're probably not growing your business or maxing out your earning potential that you really could if you had a better relationship with money.
And right, and just on that point itself, we have actually a poll going on right now. So guys, if you're watching right now, you'll see a poll popping up on your top right corner. And the question we have is, are you ashamed of loving money? Yes or no? Simple. And whatever your question is, just let us know. And while you're tuned in right now, please let us know. Let us know. Are you ashamed of loving money? Tell us yes, no, maybe. We'd love to involve you in the interaction. And Eleni, our focus here is because Money Mindset Matters is all about trying to create a healthy environment, healthy mindset,
Yes.
healthy thinking about money. So anybody who thinks they're ashamed of loving money, we want to help them. Anybody who thinks they're not, we want to know their story and why do they think that way, and help others understand their perspective as well, right?
Yes. 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 Because it really
Uh,
is how you're feeling, how you're connecting really impacts what's coming to you.
well, I have to ask you one question since we're doing this show, and you know how we came about. I'll go into the backstory in a minute, but how did your relationship with money start? How did you become a money coach?
Well, when I was very, very young, I was raised with my mom in my maternal grandparents' home, and they were very much the entrepreneurs. So I was taught a great respect for money. I remember my grandfather always, opening up the books of the business and teaching me everything when I was, 6, 7 years old. So I grew up with a great respect for money. And then flash forward decades, and I experienced a trauma that turned my world upside down, lost
Wow.
everything materially,
Mhm.
and I ended up with no money. And building back from that, and I realized, wow, it wasn't whether you have $500 or $500 million. It's that I felt like it was so out of touch and unreachable, and it made me mad. And the more angry I got about not having money coming into me, the more I was blocking it from coming into me. And I see so many people, whether you're an entrepreneur, retired, in corporate, struggling that they just like, oh, there's that contentious relationship with money. And I don't want people to have that struggle. I want them to live empowered with money.
Right. And since you're talking about that, there's a story that you shared with me that I would like us to discuss here. There was a time not too long ago, your car broke down, right?
Yes.
And do you want to go into that story? I really want to
Yes.
share that story because
Yes.
it's all about the perspective and mindset, right? You could have reacted in
100%.
different ways. So let's
I
share that story.
literally, I was on the bridge coming home and my car kept breaking down. I had to put it in drive, start it again. And I finally made it off the bridge, got to the gas station and left it there, was able to walk home. They called me and said it was going to be about $700-800. And I said, okay, fix it. Now that day, I only had $11 to my name, $11 in the bank. But I had an attitude that I know this is going to work out. I know I'm going to figure it out. I was, feeling very positive. And even though looking at that number, that's why I'm saying it's not about the number. It's about your mindset and your attitude. Now, I had already hung my shingle out, if you will, as a coach, had started my business, but it was in the beginning and it was slow getting clients. But I kept taking action. I knew that money was my friend, that I loved money, that I respected money, and I wanted it in my life. So I went from $11 to $22,500 in just over a week in commission. Now, guarantee that never would have happened if I thought, oh God, I can't believe I have to try to find more money. No, I had a positive attitude towards the money and I was able to pull it in.
Wow, and that's what it is. As I said in the beginning of that question, that it's all here. It's all in the mindset, right? And you said, it's about upbringing. It's all, and I'm amazed. 6 years old, and you've been taught about money. Like kids are told not to talk about money. That's bad. That's poor. And that's exactly what mindset is about. That's exactly how raising can affect how your mindset about money is. Whether you're ashamed of it, whether you love it. Do you have a healthy relationship? Because of course, even today, when somebody says, I love money, the only reaction I usually see from people is, oh my God, greedy. Right. Loving money is not same as greed. It's not same as greed at all.
No. And when I hear things like, money's the bad guy or money's evil, the reality is money's neutral. Like anything in your world, you get to apply the meaning to it. So why not apply a positive meaning, a beneficial meaning so you attract, what we focus on is what expands. So why not focus on attracting it because it's a positive thing in your life, not a necessary evil.
Right. And speaking of necessary evil, it's not evil at all. It's not evil at all. It's how you use it, it's how you save it, it's how you spend it, it's how you earn it, decides what exactly is the relationship and what exactly is money doing in your life, what role it plays in your life, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So I just gotta ask, you have, you say very often, this is a statement I've heard a lot from you. And guys, I also wanna share with you that Eleni is also my money coach. We are friends, but she's also my money coach and she's helped me through a lot of things. A lot of things that we already know and a lot of things that I've been practicing, but you just tend to forget. Hey, Alicia, thank you, Alicia, I appreciate that. She says, great conversation, guys. Thank you so much. And I just want to remind before I ask my question, guys, if you're watching anywhere else, please come to facebook.com/Dreamaniac TV, and the link is scrolling just underneath. Please come to Dreamaniac TV so that we can see your comments, we can include you, we can acknowledge you, and there's a poll going on as well. Remember to participate in the poll as well. And producer, do let us know if some people have answered it. So I want to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You always say this, how you do your money is how you do everything. Mm-hmm. What is that?
Absolutely. Well, if you think about, say, for an example, if you are afraid to talk about money, if you're an entrepreneur, that could mean that you hesitate even asking for your fees. And if you're so afraid to talk about money, I guarantee in other aspects of your life, you're afraid to bring up a topic as well that you're not happy about, that you might want clarity around, or you might, you just might need to confront someone, but you're holding yourself back. I had a client a while ago who grew up in the house where money was the bad guy, there's never enough to go around, money's evil, a lot of strong limiting beliefs. So when she became an entrepreneur, she had such a negative relationship with money, she couldn't even comfortably state her fees to anyone. She was almost apologetic, like, is it okay that I'm asking for this? You know, even in her heart, she knew she wanted more. So she was consistently under earning. And through our work together, she realized that, wow, I was adopting those beliefs. She carried them with her into adulthood, and that it really wasn't the money. It was installing the beliefs from her parents. And when she was able to turn that around, she began to have those confident conversations. She never apologized for her fees again. She began to consistently earn more month after month. In fact, her income increased 6 times from where it started, where we worked, and then at the end of our work together. And again, going back to how it impacts the rest of your life, she also was consistently dating people that really didn't make her happy, that didn't treat her as well as she deserved. But again, uncomfortable talking about it. But when she learned to be empowered with money, she was empowered in all of her relationships, and she ended up meeting the love of her life and is now happily married.
That makes so much sense. And hi, Carl. Thank you for tuning in from Carl to Input. Jacinta Heights, I believe, in California. I apologize if I didn't read the name correctly. So you had a question for me, Eleni, that you've been meaning to ask.
Yes, because you are a CEO, you're a successful businessman, but I would love to hear how money, your relationship with money, has impacted your businesses positively and negatively.
That's $1 million question. Well, in today's date, I'm going to say $1 billion question. So, well, that's, I will have to begin with saying I did not have a healthy relationship with money when I started. Even before being an entrepreneur, in my professional life, in my personal life, I come from a family where my parents, they never focused too much on saving, and they were never too, never too money minded per se. But yes, we had a comfortable life. We worked hard. My parents worked hard when I say we. And I would say my parents really had a healthy relationship, but somewhere down the line, some tragedy struck in my life. And from that, this nature of scarcity started. It wasn't that we didn't have enough. It wasn't that we had to be worried about something we may not have, but that became the mindset. So when I started as an entrepreneur, first few, I would say a couple of years, I had that struggle. I was doing everything right. I was making money. I was getting clients. I was successful. My strategies were working. I successfully created a small team when I started. I started from a desk in my bedroom, solo, and then within 2 years, I had a team of 5 people. But in first 2 years, as much as I was successful, I also realized I wasn't really making money. I was earning and I was spending, and it was kind of, you use a phrase, it was kind of reflecting away. I'm making money, it's coming in, and it's reflecting away. And
Yes.
I just asked to myself, what's going on? Like, I'm making good money, but at the end of the day, I'm still not left with much, and I don't understand what's going on. And that's when my personal journey started. And one thing that I have to say, and I've spoken to you about this, that I became a person like my father. I remember a few things about my father, that he had a very healthy relationship with money. He would tell his own siblings, he had a business, so they would come and buy some things from our business. And my auntie just started to walk away with everything that she collected she wanted to buy. And my dad said, hang on, that will be $28.20 back in the day. That's a lot of money at that time. And she's like, come on, I'm your sister. What are you talking about? I'm your real sister. And he said, yes, that's why I'm not going to make huge profit from you. I'm just going to make 20 cents so that I still get to earn my bread, and you pay the cost for product I have made available to you. And that thing just suddenly, I just kind of had that epiphany from that conversation long time ago when I was like, I think not even 10. And that changed my relationship. And I became a person where people either thought I was too rude because I was direct about money. I was direct about, I laid the groundwork was clear. If you want me
Right.
to do this, this is my price, this is the terms and everything. Or people thought I was the right person for them because I was clear, because I was direct, because I did not have any shame in saying this is what one of the examples, and this comes back to you, how you say, how do you do your money is how you do everything. I also was the person on Saturday and Sunday, no, I'm not available for work. I have my boundary. That is my time.
Right.
People, same thing. Some people reacted, oh my God, he's so rude. He just simply says no. And other people loved it because, oh, you know what? You actually remind us that we have lives too. Great. All right, we'll see you on Monday. And that's exactly what happened with money as well. Those who did not like my directness walked away from me, which was great for my business,
Right.
because it was all clear, clean, and especially, Alicia, you're right, money affects every area of your life.
Absolutely.
This is what exactly happened, that people who stuck with me, the clients, the friends, and especially with friends, I have more rules, more terms, more contracts, because, if money goes bad, friendship does too, right?
And that's a
So
mindset. That's a whole mindset. So when you establish those clear boundaries, because the reality is if you're struggling, like we said, the Teflon effect, as I call it, a lot of people know how to make money, but it just doesn't stay. They can't keep it. So that's the Teflon effect. It just rolls right away, and
yeah,
you get stuck in that cycle. But then I see people chasing like a quick fix. So say if you're in sales, you're going to take every sales course and study every strategy and learn every tactic. But that's not going to help you for the long haul if you don't fix what's going on between your ears, if you don't fix the mindset. Because when you're in the heat of the moment, and that, say you're in a sales conversation and you're so close to closing the deal, or you're in a conversation with a spouse or significant other about money. And, we all know that those can be contentious. If you're in that moment, in the emotion, what do you think is going to rule? Some little tactic you just read, some little lesson you just took, or your mindset? Now, your mindset's going to come to the top and rule. So if we don't clean that up and get that going in the right direction, nothing's going to change.
that's right. That's right. And, I think that goes back to the point, that we discussed earlier before the show, when people said there's never enough money to go around. You're repelling money. It's the Teflon, Teflon or Teflon. I don't know how to say it. Effect, right? So here's a question I have, and that links to our poll as well. For people who believe that they don't have a better relationship with money, people who believe they don't have a good relationship, or people who did not know or think the way that they could be a relationship with money, how can I, as that person, have a better relationship with money without guilt or shame?
Well, first, real quickly, I want to distinguish the difference between guilt and shame. Guilt means you feel something about what you did, like I did something wrong. Shame is more about something is wrong with me. And to me, both of those things, they live in the darkness. They're going to fester and grow in the darkness. That's why I want to shine the light on it. If you stay in the dark about it, the money is controlling you. I want people to feel empowered with money. And that's why I think discussing it, looking at it, not being afraid to have those conversations is the first thing you can do to put yourself back in the driver's seat to feel empowered with money.
Right. And look, speaking all that about money, I just want to take a moment and talk about something that money-wise matters. So I just want to say, this show has been brought to you by anybody who's tuning in right now. We are still continuing, but I just want to say this show is brought to you by Business Insights Now, and you can check the websites businessinsightsnow.com, and Red Carpet CEO Alicia Curry, and her website is aliciacurry.com, and SebastianOnne.com, that is myself. We three are different coaches in different arena, branding, money mindset, and I do digital PR and branding as well. So do check out our websites and see what services we have to offer. And Business Insights Now is actually launching a few new things, so we're excited about that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So, speaking of that, and I don't want to forget, this show is brought to you, broadcasted directly via BeLive.tv, which is our preferred live streaming partner. They are great. All the comments and everything you're seeing, that's because of BeLive.tv. So do check them out, guys. And coming back to money. First of all, thank you for explaining the difference between guilt and shame. And I want to kind of, the last question I want to wrap up with before we talk about the next episode is, should my fees be lower? Should my fee be lower than my competition? How do I decide? What should I charge?
Yeah. It's getting caught up in what I call that insidious comparison-itis. And I know we're going to, in a future show, really go in deep about entrepreneurs and their pricing. But so many people get stuck. And if you look to the outside, yes, you have to consider the market. You have to look at where you're at. But if you always project it on the outside, well, what are they doing? What is he doing? Then you're never going to adequately price yourself, because to me, it's about value. And if you are concerned about cost, for example, if a potential client says, oh, I can't afford that. Well, is it that you don't have the money or you don't see the value in it? So I think we have to be very clear on expressing our value to ourselves and to others so we can adequately charge what we're worth.
Exactly. And, this is what a lot of entrepreneurs suffer with, especially people just starting out. They do suffer with that because the first thing they're trying to search what others are charging, or are trying to compare themselves. Oh, am I good enough? Am I as good as them?
Right.
And I have to say, honestly, I didn't do that a lot earlier on in my career. But as I grew and everything, and things changed, and I launched, now I own 3 businesses. I own 2 businesses and co-own 1 more business with Alicia Curry. So things happen. All of that was too quick and everything, and it was a new field. And I did suffer the comparison-itis that you speak of for a little bit, but thanks to your coaching and my own mindset, I would say that, I caught that bug in time, and, well, not caught, but got rid of that bug in time.
Right.
Speaking of bugs, which I'm scared of. So before we wrap up, I just want to ask, what are we discussing in next episode?
The next episode, again, I think it would be great to dive deep into entrepreneurs and how they do price themselves and how to stay out of that comparison-itis mode and to really have them own their value. I want everybody out there to charge what they're worth. I want everyone to feel empowered with the money.
Thank you for that. And that actually also reminds me, just a little plug-in for Alicia and myself. We're also having a conversation next week about pricing yourself right and understanding your own worth. It is kind of a similar theme, but we're also talking about self-worth. We are also talking about self-confidence, because Alicia's message is all about audacious confidence. My message is all about Inspire campaign. And we want to inspire people to have audacious confidence, to dream big and make it happen in their lives, which is our motto in Dreamaniac TV as well. So before we close, I just want to say I'm just so excited. Anybody who doesn't know this, guys, this is going to be a 6-episode series. So this is just the first one. There's 5 more coming. And look, if you guys make it, successful, you never know what happens next. Right, Eleni?
Right. Absolutely.
So, I just want to say, before we close, right now, this is all being broadcasted on Dreamaniac TV. And if you want a show like this for yourself, guys, check out our website, dreamaniac.com/pricing. And right now, we're running a special offer which is if you send us an email at tv@dreamaniac.com with the subject intro 40, you will be eligible for 40% discount on all of our services. We have a taster pack, just if you want to just do one episode, see how it all works and all that. We do all the branding, production, everything for you. And this offer is only limited for first 20 people. We already have had some bookings, so the time is running out. Or 8th April, whichever comes first, 8th April or 20 people, and this price is never coming back again. Because talking about money, we don't believe in discounts, right?
No.
It's not a healthy thing.
We believe in value. We believe in giving value, of course, and we believe in offering savings. But just that whole word discount, as long as you're valuing yourself and know that you are being of service, it's all good.
Exactly. And before we go, guys, before we wrap up, I just want to remind you, if you want to learn more about my co-host Eleni, please go to Dreamaniac.com/Eleni. You'll find all the different shows she has been on, and these episodes will be there as well. Plus, with the next couple of days, you'll actually be able to go to Dreamaniac.com/ANC show, and you'll be able to get that information. But for now, check out Eleni's profile, all the way how you can contact her, and all her previous shows on Dreamaniac.com/Eleni.
Yes, and thank you so much for everyone that's here live, and thank you to those of you that will be watching it on a replay.
Absolutely. Oh my God, the time has run out so fast. I feel like we haven't even started yet. Good thing we have 6 episodes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This was great fun. Remember to turn on your notifications, like the page, turn on your notifications, share this show. If money matters to you or if money bothers you, make sure to tune in the next episode, which is again on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, we just want to say at Dreamaniac, you dream big, and we make it happen.
Make it happen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
we'll see you next
Bye.
time. Bye. We're just going to keep smiling.